taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And 10 at their 48-yard line.
No, set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Hurts. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They run over center with Benson. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
To throw, Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they get me underneath stuff. You got to go make the tackle right away.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football. Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, right back to Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Throwing is Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Gets past one man. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Trimmer. Hey, Silver.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trailed 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. second down and a yard. Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Going quickly here to Thomas.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Go Silver, ready? Anyway, try to get him.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
180, 180. 63, 60. Alpha. Hey, easy, 63, 60. Crowd left Yeti.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It was a short one caught by Loveland.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to count down from.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Swift going to try up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I'll do it for you.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. To the air, Williams. Open man here is Benson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams. Pass complete to Loveland. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Bears.
From the gun, here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
To the air once more, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Santos with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Williams. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Working out of the gun, Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They
decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And Walker has it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to it. How did each play work? Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Hurts. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Hey, let's go. Trim it. No touch.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Down to about the 37.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Great. Hey, shoot.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
So it's incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 17-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
To Barkley. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Barkley is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
73.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Marquise Brown from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
The line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4. A give up the middle with Benson.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
To throw, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw is Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play.
And now it's 3rd and 3. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there. And receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. That is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
The Bears will line up.
Williams going to throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards.
Hey, 73.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give it. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for a squad.
Well, they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts will throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
It drives some people crazy to see those short goals underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll look to throw. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick-6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.